And then there is the pond right there, which has the stone slabs, which could also have been part of some pillars. So for what that tells me is that Kokiri Forest was also part of some ruins. Alright, so this person is telling us the controls to actually look around, and pretty much as we can see, pretty much forests and hills. So yeah. So moving on. So once again, this girl is saying it would be an honor to see the Great Deku Tree. And that the Great Deku Tree is the Kokiri's father and the guardian spirit of the forest, and also the one who gave life to the Kokiri. So does this mean the Kokiri aren't really human? But if you think about it, this would make sense since the Kokiri do turn into the Koroks in the Wind Waker era, and they are also there in Breath of the Wild. So as y'all just seen, and as the sign is saying here, if you cross these stepping stones in the pond, you may become more happier. So, where does the rupees come from? I didn't see any rupees here to begin with. So, what does this mean? Well, one thing, I would expect that this could be the Kokiri source of some fresh water. And even though you may not see it, there could also be some small fish or something else in this. I would still think that this is a source of fresh water, and that leads to the question, where does the water come from? Does it come from Zora's River? From Zora's Domain? From Lord Jabu Jabu? Or could it come from a Great Fairy's fountain? So moving on. Okay, this person's just going to teach us about the targeting, I guess. I'm just teaching you how to talk from a distance by targeting. So if we move on away from the tutorial, one thing that I've also started to notice is that in Ocarina of Time you have these soft soil areas where you can plant the magic beans or some bugs and to get hidden items, so forth and so forth. But could these also lead to where other trees and stuff could grow in the future? This also leads to a question of, even though that holds something up there, what would it turn out to be in the future? And is it much of an importance? Now, instead of just focusing on saying that this is Kokiri Forest and part of the Lost Woods, other things point to it being part of Farron Woods, which you would only hear of in Skyward Sword and in Twilight Princess. So does that mean with the Lost Woods and the Kokiri Forest, is it just known as that through the Kokiri? Okay, he's just teaching us how to pick up rocks. If I'm not mistaken, this is Mido's house. Yep, the Great Mido. Now earlier, and this is something to keep in mind, I talked about the pillars and the stepping stones around the pond. So in Mido's house, most of his house has stone bricks, which so far I've only seen wooden floors or dirt floors. His is also the one with more stuff in it. So, I mean, while we're here, we may as well go ahead and open the chest and, you know, borrow some rupees here and there. I don't think Mido would mind. I'm also sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, but when I was younger, I would always end up calling him Mido as well. We have now 27 rupees. We should be halfway there now. Are you one of the twins? So pretty much she's just talking about this place up here, which is where the Know-It-All brothers are. Isn't that a nice name to go by? And the Forest training course, which pretty much teaches you everything that you would have known before leaving Link's house. Okay, that was pretty much nothing important besides teaching you how to jump and a few other things. So, I think it's now about time to get the Kokiri sword, which I kind of question because it fits for anyone else, and not being able to go through this hole right here. Couldn't people have somehow get up on the mountainside and just drop in from here? Hello, sign. Hello, rupees. Okay, well, Link can't pick up a plant. It's rooted to the ground, or it kind of shows you how big Link is in the beginning. So my next question is, why does the boulder go around in squares? And who is chasing who? And what is the boulder really even made of? Because really, that does not look like stone to me. I don't think it really looks like stone in the 3DS version either. But it is some type of boulder. Anyways, here we are now at the Kokiri sword. And with a sign. So pretty much that was a sign by the Know-It-All brothers about telling you about all your item related needs or any tips, whatever. So this also leads to something else. Why is the chest bigger than Link? And how tall is Link as a kid? And where does the light come from out of the chest? And here is the Kokiri sword, which is the hidden treasure of the Kokiri. Guarded by a very small tunnel and a boulder that continues to go around in a square forever and ever. Wonder what would happen if that boulder ever got loose. But now that we have the Kokiri blade, we can finally equip it. And we can start collecting the rest of our rupees to get the Deku shield. And while I'm thinking of it, may as well save. And you know guys, I think I will call it for this episode. And we will get the Deku shield at the beginning of the next episode while I go ahead and collect the rest of the rupees. And then we can go to the Deku tree and see how we can help him. And also explain a little bit more how the Deku tree could be somehow the forest temple in Twilight Princess, even though that's a theory. And it's a theory that I still question, but I think we will talk about that later. And then in another episode, we will go over about the Lost Woods and actually explain a little bit more of how the Kokiri Forest, the Deku Tree, and the Lost Wood changes throughout the different timelines, etc., since this is where the whole timeline split goes. So guys, this has been the Hyrule Historian, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.